You go through what I call approval addiction. You need approval for you to survive. For example, you can't know if you look good or not. You need
have to get but it's also from like one specific person most of the time. Your abuser.
Yes. Or even other people around you who know about the abuse. All right, you want to get that sort of
validation.
Validation type of thing. Or also you go into second guessing yourself, because you know our brains are wired to protect us for safety. They're not wired to make us succeed. That's why when you think of a big dream, you hesitate. Then the brain says, why are we hesitating? So we stop you from achieving a big thing, because your brain is not made to make you succeed. It is made to protect you. Now you second guess yourself, okay, and then there's that new identity of a person.
We want to motivate. We want to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's why we're talking about reclaiming your self-worth. What is your self-worth, and how can you start taking the steps to reclaim it after going through an abusive situation, whether emotionally or physically?
Self-worth is actually your inherent self-value, that you deserve love, you deserve dignity, seriti. Setho kore ke boleng jwa setho gore o tshwana ke go ratwa, o tshwana ke go tlotwa le go tlhompha, right? Outside your qualifications, your achievements.
Just as a human.
Because you're just existing human being. Sometimes we think self-love is taking yourself out and splash all your money on yourself. That's not it. Self-worth is not what happened to you from outside. It's just that you are existing. You are actually inherently, intrinsically deserving of love, deserving of value, and seriti jalo. So I think if you have lost value, this is your second question, right? If you lost value or you lost worth, now you want to achieve it. I always say this, as a personal development coach, I'm saying discover first of all your talent, your purpose, not talent anyway, your purpose, right? Because there's no how you can know your worth without knowing your why. Why are you existing? What are you basing your worth on? You know what I mean? So discover who you are really.
Because it seems very likely, I can do this, but practically, how do I do it? Do I need support system? Do I need to, what are the daily steps I should be taking on a daily? Okay, you're not okay. I know that I'm going through this. I can identify this. What are some of the steps that are practical that I can take in my everyday life to make sure that I get to that point where I find a purpose? But also, realistically, how long does it take? Because now in 2 weeks, what is the realistic journey when it comes to self-discovery or reclaiming your self-worth?
You know, this is actually a hard work, and it takes determination. It's not something that, it's not infatuation, it's not a feel-good thing. You have to be determined to say, I want to change, I want to get out of this, and I want to get out of this situation. So it's not an easy thing. You have to be really ready and prepared to come out of it. So things like 5 minutes self-affirmation, and sometimes we are afraid to look at ourselves in the mirror. Just stand there for like 1 minute, look yourself deep in the eye, make eye contact with yourself. You know, we make eye contact with you actually, and speak to that person. And I'm telling you, this is a very frightening moment, even for me at this level. When I look at myself in the mirror and apologize to me, like, yo, you put yourself in this situation for this long. I apologize to myself. It's not easy, but when we say, okay, it might be hard, motivation speaker, it's a hard thing to do. You must be willing to do it. You must be ready to make that decision. So both 5 minutes self-affirmation in the morning, even dopamine detox, because, you know, just...
What's a dopamine? Give me an example.
Okay, first of all, dopamine is a reward.
No, I mean like, dopamine detox. It's a reward system, yes.
Yeah. So you have to actually leave things that reward you for having not done anything. Dopamine is a rewarding hormone that you've achieved a big thing. Then your body gives you that hormone to say you've achieved a lot. But Rona, we're getting a galore of that for doing nothing, just scrolling, hoping to get something. Dopamine gets flooded in your brain. So put the phone away. Most of the time, this is the best advice you can get, my sister. Put the phone away and just face yourself.
sit with yourself.
Yes.
Isolation.
Don't roll over in the morning and to your phone. No. Wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and start speaking to you.
And speak in positivity. We don't have much time. Unfortunately, this is a conversation that deserves a very long time. But right now, talk to somebody who needs to take that first step. You know, there's no better day like today to take steps where you are bettering your future. What can you say to them? This is an important journey that you should be taking because you deserve it and you need to live for you. And it starts with you in that journey. Well,
you are in that situation. First of all, you've allowed yourself to be there, and you've constantly allowed yourself to be there. You gotta admit it. That's one of the things. Now, number one, forgive yourself. Stand in front of the mirror. Talk to you verbally. Don't internalize it. Speak to you. I forgive myself.
Hear your own voice.
Yeah, I forgive myself for having gone through this, for having allowed myself in this space, for having allowed these people, this person in my space, and keep doing it. It's not a one day thing or a 1 minute thing. Keep doing it and do it and doing it, and work up on design a program, like a framework. Write it down, and that's very important. Also, not in your phone. Get a notebook, write it down with your pen, because there's a connection that is very strong between paper, hand, and brain, things like that. So write it down. Your affirmations, like 10 of them, just short of them, and just write them down, and keep repeating these things to you, because you know emotional and physical abuse is a constant thing that's happened to you.
So you have to constantly get rid of it that
detox, things like that.
All right. We're talking to personal development coach, talking about reclaiming your self-worth after experiencing some sort of abuse. Obakeng Mosepele, where can we catch you if after this conversation, because clearly we don't have much time, but I can tell they want to get in touch with you.
Definitely. Let's talk about these things. I'm on Facebook, I'm on social media across all platforms. Obakeng Mosepele. Obakeng Mosepele, just
TikTok,
like that.
Are you giving out talks and everything?
Definitely.
Definitely. All right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I'm sure somebody has learned a little bit something from you.
Definitely.
Right.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you are experiencing or have experienced some sort of abuse, and make sure that you are finding places where you can find the right support so you can take the steps into reclaiming your self-worth. What's happening in the world around us with the news at 7. Let's find out what's happening in the world around us.